Good morning, investors and traders. This is Naeem Azam, Chief Market Analyst at AvaTrade, and welcome to our channel on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so, and because it really helps us on Google's algorithm. So as always, what we'll be talking about is what are the fundamentals which are driving the markets to the upside or to the downside, and more importantly, what are the assets that are seeing the biggest impact on the back of this one. So this would be part of our discussion today. Before we continue any further, it is important for me to go through the very small disclaimer and bit of a housekeeping, meaning anything which we'll be discussing in this video cannot be perceived as an advice. As always, if you are seeking for one, please do consider consulting with your own financial advisors. Now, yesterday we had the Federal Reserve Committee meeting, and the Fed hasn't changed the interest rate as we predicted yesterday. It hasn't changed this asset purchase program as we predicted yesterday. And the overall message was enormously dovish. So what that has done is that the treasury yields are still moving to the upside, because what investors are really seeing on the back of that the Fed hasn't really addressed the rising inflation or soaring bond yields. So there is no reason for these particular investors to really go and then say, okay, now is the time to change the trend of that treasury yield rising, or the treasury yield should stop going to the downside. No, because traders are still of this mind frame that the Fed is very much way behind on this particular deal. And more importantly, what the market is really also anticipating is that the inflation and bond yields will continue to rise. So that is very much pushing the Nasdaq 100 future lower today. And this is the most important thing that we got to really look at, because yesterday, when you look at the Nasdaq 100 chart, and especially on this particular time frame that I'm about to share with you, it shows that the price action is still vulnerable. So on the daily time frame, you have your 100-day simple moving average, you have your 50-day simple moving average, and then you have your 200-day simple moving average. Now, what I'm really seeing is yesterday this big move to the upside where the prices really tried to break above the 50-day simple moving average. But now prices are again moving back towards the 100-day simple moving average, and that remains a massive concern in terms of a market. Now, something else which is quite important in terms of a market also is that we are really going to see how the Bank of England is really going to decide in relation to their monetary policy, because at 12 p.m. They are going to give their verdict on this particular matter, whether they're going to increase the interest rate, whether, well, of course, that is not pretty much priced. That is not what the market is expecting. When I say that, that really means that while the Bank of England will be seeing the monetary policy, the interest rate, and the liquidity that it is providing going forward. So that would be very much the focus. But right now, on the back of that, what we're really seeing is a weakness in the euro-dollar, weakness in terms of the dollar weakness. Okay, I don't mean like a weakness in the euro-dollar pair, because the euro-dollar pair is very much strong on the back of the weakness of the dollar index, and that is what we are also looking at sterling dollar as well. So sterling dollar is also likely to strengthen more, because the bank perhaps will come up with slightly bit more hawkish tone, meaning it will say that we don't really need neutral or a negative interest rate. But if it maintains that, that overly dovish stance like the Federal Reserve did last night, then we could actually see a sell-off in sterling, and that is something that we could actually really keep our eyes on. Now, in terms of gold prices, we are seeing them popping to the upside, as we've discussed yesterday. If you haven't seen the gold analysis video that we did, I highly recommend you to do that. And of course, Bitcoin prices are also on the move. We have done a technical analysis on that one today as well. So again, it'd be well worth for you to go and have a look at those ones. That's all for now, folks, and I'll see you guys next time, same place. Thank you.